Hey. How are you? Hello. Hi. We've got a big day ahead. Now, I've already shown you the Riders for Health, Two Wheels for Life HQ here in the Gambia. Today, we are going to be following a health worker into some of the rural villages and doing a little bit of a day in the life of a health worker. So we have our Yamaha AG motorcycles. Anik is coming on a bike too. There they are. We're going to be saddling up. We're going to head off and meet him. And then we are going to take you behind the scenes of what the charity is doing here. And just remember, get rid of any of your pre-expectations of what healthcare infrastructure looks like, because in rural places like this in Africa, there is no infrastructure, which is why organisations like Two Wheels for Life are literally life-changing in these villages. So let's saddle up, let's go. We have made it to the first village and caught up with the healthcare worker already on his way, and already I could understand why as a charity you can't just give people motorcycles. It's very easy to think that, you know, it's quite a simple motorcycle to ride and a beginner could ride it. Now yes, a beginner could get on this bike and relatively easily ride it, but they've got to be able to do that for their job, getting to remote places. And you're not just talking about riding it on tarmac for the first time. We've just hit sand, off-road, ruts. So they've got to be able to get on one of these bikes with equipment, medical supplies, additional weight, and know that they're definitely going to make it to their destination, which means the driver training that Two Wheels for Life and Riders for Health are giving is really vital. You can't just give people machines, you've got to teach them how to use it safely. And I can see that immediately straight hand. I've just obviously done a really big desert race where there was more sand than a sand pit. And I was like, oh, we got some sand here. It's getting a little bit sporty. So let's catch up and see where we are with the healthcare for the day. So I'm about to meet Lamin. He's just kitting up for the day. We've pulled up at one of the primary village healthcare centres. So this is a village healthcare centre and Lamin is based here, and he then supports a selection of villages in the area. But cheekily, his little AG Yamaha is outside, so I thought I'd show you an example of how they kit up the bikes. This wooden frame here is actually a measuring device for newborn babies, so you can see the size of them. He's got that strapped on, and then he's got a box of supplies, so it's a really good example of how the big carrier rack on the back of these bikes is ideal. And it's really good to see that he's got a proper motorcycle helmet. Now, education across the world on safety on motorcycles massively varies, and one of the things Two Wheels for Life are really trying to do is help make sure that all of the people using their bikes are wearing the correct kit, because I know all too well myself that a little stumble off a bike can really hurt, but if you're in the right kit, it doesn't hurt. And it would be quite silly having a healthcare worker, needing a healthcare worker because they weren't wearing the right kit. You're not allowed to film me going to the toilet, but you can see the toilet if you like. So this is in the healthcare centre. It's perfect. Got some water. Goodbye. Okay, this is a lovely example of a healthcare facility. So we can see the medical bed. We've got a cupboard full of lots of different medical supplies. You can see quite a lot in here about actual nutrition as well. Nutrition in places like this, and particularly with young children, babies, is quite an important area. We can see there's an office sort of area in here. You've got all the stethoscopes for listening, the pumps to get your pulse and meter readings, heart readings, etc. Through this room, we have a little bit more of a patient space area. We've actually got a poster up there, which is a lovely example, sort of thing I personally would never see in the UK, awareness about deworming for young children. So there's a lot of vaccination clinics. There's a lot of immunization clinics, and I believe later on today we're actually going to be stopping by one and seeing that. And this is a private room that we're not going to go into for a little bit more patient support area. But if you take this from some of the hospitals that we're used to in other areas of the world, it is certainly a simple setup. And it's amazing when you think about how far money goes. Small donations can go a long way on the ground. This is a really strong example of how different living is here. That is a community tap where people are coming here to get water. Can you imagine what it's like not being able to just turn a tap on at home and brush your teeth, etc., having to come and collect it? And that's for something as simple as water. Healthcare is an even bigger complication, which is why the use of motorcycles is so powerful. Morning, Lamin.
Hello, Vanessa.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
It
Good.
changed. Ah! I'm going to nail this handshake. Up.
No, you start this way.
This
First,
way?
This way, this way.
Amazing.
This
Good
way,
news
yeah?
is I know how to ride a motorcycle. So,
Good. So rest.
see, you've got your AG packed and ready to go.
Yes.
And you happy for me to follow you for the day and see what it's like doing your healthcare work?
Yes, obviously. I'm happy to meet you and I'm ready to go with you. We're going to Madiana.
Okay.
Get set. The roads are not very good. Be careful. Let's go.
Okay. Don't lose me. I'll try and keep up.
No problem.
I'm doing good. So we are following Lamin, and the terrain is amazing. Maybe less amazing if that is your only route of transport to get to people that need your healthcare. But as a motorcycle rider, I'm secretly quite enjoying it. So something that also blows my mind is that as a patient, the healthcare worker is coming to the villages. But if the healthcare wasn't mobile, you would therefore then be a patient, potentially injured, in pain, having to get on these roads to the healthcare. That just sounds so painful. Amazing what motorbikes can do! Okay, we made it to the first stop of the day. I have no idea what we've got here. We've got chickens and goats and the most incredible trail to get here, which really emphasises why two wheels are a great option. What's the plan now?
The plan is we have a malnutrition child here that we wanted to visit. One, we will have to weigh the child. After weighing the child, we need to measure the child to know the health growth of this child. Because when we admit this child, the child was, when the first meeting when I met the child was weighing like 4.1 kilo of weight. So
wow.
Yeah, so which means the child is very malnourished. Then we take the MOAC. I have something that we call MOAC. It is in the back. We will use the child. We will use that MOAC on the child to know the child health group. No. We're going back. We're going to next. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So should we get off unloaded?
Yes.
Can I help?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah? Grant. Like up there? Oh, the right way round.
Yeah.
First time. Yeah.
Zero. Now you see. Then you remove this one. It's already at zero.
Oh, you got it.
Come here.
Yeah.
child has to steady first.
In case you're wondering how these rural communities find food, it is a lot of subsistence farming. So you can see some incredible crops going here. We've got loads of tomatoes, I can see papaya trees, there's big mango trees everywhere. And then I think that's where my African plant identification ceases. I don't have a football! Can you see yourself? Can you wave? Yay! Bye everyone! Bye! Oh, we got some deep sand! We are on stop number 2 of the day. Now, anybody can have a child, for example, reported to the sort of step up healthcare worker like Lamin to get them on the records for having support for that malnutrition. And if you see from the previous village, they're actually giving out little nut sachets to really enable the families to have the right calories and balanced diet to put into these, they're just the most adorable little children's bellies to help them grow strong. And it's mind-blowing riding here. I'm loving the riding, I really am. As a motorbike rider, we're on like dirt tracks and sand, but as I said before, it's fun when you're doing it because it's fun. When you're having to do that every day just to get the basic healthcare, it's a totally different story. So we've got another family here. It's so pretty. Yeah? Does it have a name? What's his name? Maria. More kilometers, which took us the matter of minutes because we were on 2 wheels, but if you'd been walking it wouldn't have been possible. We've got another little child here that has been previously reported for malnutrition and is on her way through to being in the healthier nutrition rate. Lamin is currently doing his check, so he's already done the weighing and it's adorable. They sit in this little carrier that goes onto his weigh scales and it's almost like a little swing for the little children, and he's getting his height measuring thing out. For children under 2, they lie down on it, and with the use of 2 people they're able to sort of straighten the little baby up to get their height, and if they're older than 2 they're obviously able to stand up, and you can see the height that it goes to. The whole community here received Lamin with such a warm welcome. It's just so lovely to see how vital it is in the community. It's probably also worth mentioning that the motorcycles can have problems, and I know from my own bikes that motorcycles break down, things go wrong, chains come off, brake tension changes, clutch levers break, all these sorts of things, and Two Wheels for Life with Riders for Help are actually providing the mechanical maintenance in a very preventative way. They have this zero breakdown policy I talked about. They're doing their plans every morning before they get on the bike. But it also means that when they're out in these really, really rural environments, they've got the knowledge to both ride them, there's some deep sand out there, and also maintain them if they have any issues. Yeah. You come and sit on here? You want to try? You want to try? Can I lift you up? Keep the legs away from that hot bit. There you go. Yeah. Are you good? Yeah. Yeah. Great. There you go. Can you reach? Oh, yeah. Ring, ring, ding, 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 ding. Run. Yay. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Fully melted now. 1, 2, 3. Top seat. Yay! I found a hair salon. Okay, up again. I gotta get up. So I think I've spent far too much time today having my hair braided, playing with gorgeous little children and cuddling the cutest little babies that we've actually run out of time and missed the immunisation centre. So Zoe and Two Wheels for Life are going to try and find one that's open tomorrow before I fly home. So fingers crossed we might see one tomorrow morning, but it's been a really wonderful experience seeing what Two Wheels for Life have been supporting firsthand. If you're into motorcycles, this is an incredible charity. If you're into motorsport, this is an incredible charity to look into and see about making even the smallest of donation. I guarantee it will go to a very, very good place. And it's using motor transport, 440 plus vehicles just in the Gambia alone, and they've got programs all over Africa. Anyway, we're going to be saddling back up on the bikes, heading back to hopefully somewhere a little bit cooler because I was a little bit sweaty. And then we're going to be having dinner actually with the Riders for Health team before, fingers crossed, making it to an immunisation centre tomorrow. Okay, goodbye. Put a hand down. I've got one! I got one monkey in a barrel! On the way home, and I found a really good example of deep sand. That is the sort of thing that a lot of riders would have a little bit of a heart attack at. That's a road right there. That's deep sand right there. Believe it or not, is a road, and that is why Two Wheels for Life are doing such an incredible thing, mobilising healthcare through the use of motorcycles. Because if it wasn't for two wheels, the rural villages like this just wouldn't be able to get the support that they need. It's incredible, something that I feel really honoured to be supporting as a motorcycle rider. Whew. Let's keep going on this amazing road and see what is at the other end. As promised, Riders for Health, Two Wheels for Life have brought me to an immunisation centre. Now, there are lots of different formats of immunisation centres across the Gambia. This is an urban example, and the way that the nurses, the doctors, the medical supplies get here are in the vehicles that Riders for Health are supporting. So they're four-wheel vehicles. I'm obviously a little bit of a motorbike addict, so I really enjoyed the bike side of things yesterday, but today we're doing the four-wheel side of things, and I guess you know that I'm racing cars now. I just love engines, so whatever. It's incredible to see the use of the vehicles that very often are thought of for pleasure and enjoyment are changing lives and being really practical here. I've just met some lovely families. We've got mums coming here with their babies, and something that is the easiest way to emphasise why having the support for these immunisation centres is so critical. If you were to take a rural example of one of these clinics that maybe happens on a specific Tuesday between certain hours of a day, once every 2 weeks or twice a month or whatever it is, a mother might have walked 2 or 3 miles with a newborn baby, with kids strapped along. It's taken several hours of the heat to get there. And if they get there and the clinic isn't running because there's an issue with a vehicle, or they don't have a vehicle, or it's just unreliable, the likelihood of that mum doing that trek again a week later, a month later, is very, very low. So having that reliable service of clinics is really, really important for the health across the Gambia, and the mobility of well-run, zero breakdown policy vehicles enables that to be delivered. So we are here. Gosh, you can really see the size of the area that this health centre is supporting. And when you think about, a lot of people don't have access to transport, there isn't a public bus infrastructure. Even here in an urban environment, people are having to come quite a long way to get here. So again, having that reliability of a service that's happening at regular known times is pretty huge. Hello. Hey, how are you?
Fine.
Hello. Hi. You got one behind us? Oh, teeny. How old are you? 4 months. Hello. Hello. 4 months old. Oh. And how old is yours? 8 months. Beautiful. How far have you come to get here today?
From the other extreme end,
4 to 5 kilometers. It's quite a long way, isn't it, in the heat? Yeah. So have they walked here today?
Yeah,
They've walked 4 or 5k walk. You look very glamorous and calm for having done a 4k walk.
yeah.
Mohammed.
Yeah.
Hi, Mohammed. It's lovely to meet you. Oh, his tiny little hand. Oh, I'm holding Mohammed's hand. He's adorable. Yesterday we went out on the motorcycle and we saw mobility going into the villages. This is an example where the mothers are bringing their young children into the clinic for a similar system. So we've got children being weighed, measured, heighted. The nutrition side, we've got the immunization and jabs. And I've just spoken to a couple of ladies that are here, and they've walked 5 kilometers to get here. You can probably tell by my glow, it is quite warm. They've come here carrying their family, and then they're going to have another 5Ks just to walk home again. Makes me realize quite how different life is for me back in the UK, being able to just jump in my car, go to the doctors, booked, scheduled appointment, not just to turn up and queue and wait. But without the vehicles that Riders for Health have, this wouldn't even be happening. I've just spoken to one of 2 female ambulance drivers, and she literally said there are no other ambulances. It's Riders for Health ambulances, which are supported by the Two Wheels for Life funds, or there is no ambulance. Jabs on the table. Hi. You're not sure whether you want to smile or not? Oh, bless him. You'll feel better again soon. You're at the right place. Oh, I like your dinosaur shirt. That's very cool. That's a good timing. We've just had one of the Riders for Health vehicles pull in. This is a 4x4 ambulance, fully kept and maintained by the money raised by Two Wheels for Life. We're going to get run over. We don't need to use the ambulance ourselves. Morning. That is him. Look at that. Oh no, he's stuck. Oh no. The lorry is stuck in the street. This is deep sand. We're in a rural town right now. We're not even out in the wilderness. The poor truck is stuck. So I'm there looking at the truck, realising that the truck is actually blocking our exit. So Ken is about to try and drive out and fit through the tiny little gap that's left. In the time that they're trying to dig out, another 4x4 has got stuck up here. All the kids are helping push it. It's moving, it's moving. And then our car, are we going to have success? Yeah, no, you were going to fit. He would have made it. The good thing is it's hard back on the edge, so we're out. Let's go, let's go. Good luck, lorry driver. I'm very sad to say that it is time for me to leave the Gambia. It has been one of the most incredible experiences I've had in my life, and I am humbled, honoured and really energised and motivated to be a brand ambassador for Two Wheels for Life, who are helping fund Riders for Health here as a delivery partner on the ground in the Gambia. They're also supporting other programmes across regions in Africa. I really hope that this video has been interesting for you to see some of the behind the scenes, and also how us as motorsport enthusiasts can really help change lives through supporting the right charities. To me, the fact that I love the engines and the sports just makes it a super ideal charity for me to be supporting. And I really hope that maybe if you can, you could possibly make a donation and support them too. There's lots of different ways you can get involved. He agrees, hooting his horn. That was actually a little kid sat next to his dad on the car that hooted that horn. So please check out their website. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments. I'm Vanessa Rutt, the girl on a bike, here in Gambia, and about to head back to a much colder England.